So, Mr. Bloxham here, we're going to do some, make some bread. So I'm getting some boiling water. Even though we're not going to put boiling water in it, we're going to put lukewarm water in the bread. I've got a boiled kettle here. So the first thing that the pupils will have to do is get some lukewarm water. So with this, we get a jug. We get some boiling water, not warm water out of the tap. Yeah, a little bit of warm water, like so, in a jug or in a bowl. Put some cold in it, out of the cold tap. And then we put our finger in it, and it needs to feel like body temperature, or maybe a little bit warmer. Body temperature is 37. Normally we can have a little bit of fat in here as well, so Miss hasn't put this in here, but bread doesn't have a lot of fat in it, but we're going to put a little bit in. So watch this. We're just going to put a little bit in, about 5 to 10 grams here. So put that in. You don't have to put that in, but it just makes it taste a little bit better. I might use that later. So next one. So I'm going to rub it in first. So rub the margarine in or oil, right? Now in this bowl, there's strong flour, yeast, salt, sugar, and there's a thing called dough development which just speeds it all up. Now in the salt gives it flavour and helps control the yeast. Salt will kill the yeast, and sugar helps feed the yeast. A bit like in the flour there is some sort of sugar and stuff that it will feed on, but it prefers sugar. Now, I did let me see how many tablespoons, so I'm not sure how much flour's in here, because I'm going to do it with tablespoons. So when you get a tablespoon, you have to get a full spoon, otherwise you won't measure it right. 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm doing 5 first, because I'm showing how much flour this is put in here. So, mix it round. Oh, I've done 5. Oh, hopefully it's not too sticky. Now, I need it a bit sticky. I reckon you might only need 4.5, right? But I'll come round and I'll tell you, because if it's too dry, and most people make it too dry rather than too sticky, if you make it too dry, it won't rise, yeah? So I'm going to get a flour shaker, but I'm going to put in, so you're going to put 4.5 in, or 4, or 4.5, because I don't want you making it too dry, because if it's too dry, it won't rise. That's quite important. It rises, so it's going to be a bit sticky, right? So mine's a little bit sticky, but as I knead it on the table, it won't be sticky. So kneading, the idea of kneading is to make it smooth. So at the moment, it doesn't look smooth, it looks all rough, but as I knead it, it will look smooth. So finish with the bowl. So now you knead it, so you can wash your hands if you like, or you just take all the dough off your fingers, and you can wash your hands if you want, right? Now I'm not trying not to put any flour on the table, because that's just going to make it drier, but this is quite sticky, so I might have to. So first thing I'm going to do, I find it a little bit easier to knead it when I haven't got 2 sticky fingers. So now we're going to wash our hands again, mainly to get the dough off. You can do it with the dough on your hands, but it just makes it a little bit harder. I'm going to make the dough in here and in a bit. So now I've got the flour here if I need it. So I'm going to try not to put too much flour on the table. And it should get stickier. Not stickier, it should get smoother. So it might need a tiny bit, but that's because I've made mine too sticky. But you try not to put any flour on unless you really have to, yeah? Because that will make it, that will be enough now. I won't need any more, hopefully. So knead it, and you have to knead this for about 5 minutes, right? So we're all going to knead it at the same time, and then we're going to cover it up. So then we leave it for about half an hour to an hour to double in size. Who knows what that word is? Special catering word. Any idea, Sam? Any idea? No. What was the question, Sam, first? Yeah, no, so you need to listen then, because I don't think you're really listening. So, who can tell me? So, it's proving it. So, I'm going to prove it. So, bread, you should be proving twice, yeah? So, this is still a tiny bit sticky, and it's sticking to my hands. So, if it really sticks to your hands, but after a while, it shouldn't do. Right? So, I'm going to knead this a couple of minutes. You'll need to knead yours twice as long as mine, because mine's getting smooth already. And where it was nice and a bit sticky, that makes it easier to knead. Yeah? So nearly done. When it's smooth, I'm going to cover it up with a clean tea towel and leave it on the side. Or you can put it in the bowl, a clean bowl, and then wrap it up with cling film. But we're just going to leave it for a little bit, so that's a slightly easier method. So either way works. So in here. And the yeast makes it rise, produces carbon dioxide. So this should If I left this for an hour, it would double in size, or 40 minutes, depending how warm it is in the room. It's not that warm today. So, next thing, wash my hands again, because I've got a little bit of dough on my hands. Then dry them. Then we're going to cut up the veg. Now, we only need them roughly cut up today, but obviously this is one of your first lessons. One of the skills in catering, as well as pastry and sauces, is to make cut up nicely. So cut up nearly finely with knife skills. So first thing first, I'm going to peel the onion. So you can cut the top off, cut the bottom off, and you can do that on the chopping board. And then we peel the skin off with the knife. I saw somebody else doing it today with their fingers. You'd be twice as slow, you'd be twice as quick with a knife. So we have to try and learn to be efficient. Oh, sorry, you're meant to be timing me. Have you started it yet? Can you start it now? Go, because they've done their onion anyway, half done the onion. So they're going to get 3 times as long as me to do it. So rubbish there. Then I'm going to get the carrot. I'm going to peel the carrot. We've got 1 carrot each. So in tomato soup, believe it or not, onion and carrot gives it lots of flavour. So as well as obviously tomato. If you just put tomatoes in, it won't be quite so good, especially just tomato puree. Now we need to make this 5 centimetres long, or 2 inches. So about that length. And I'm going to do that one the same. Then I need to round them off first. So now this is finished. This is all I'm going to eat, but this is rubbish. So I'm going to put this rubbish straight in the bin. You're welcome to put it in a bowl to take it over there if you find that easier. Normally I do that, but where we've got lots of bins out now, we don't have to walk too far. So with a nice sharp knife, we don't need that one today, I'm going to make it square. Yeah, because we're going to make some nice neat things. Yeah. So I've got some bits of paper here. I think I've got them out. Oh, I've got them out on here. Where did I get them? Oh, here they are. We're going to have one of these each, and it said where to put them. For some reason, when I printed it, it had this funny bit here, so that's where the onions go, so don't worry. Put that on your tray, and we're going to do a famous one, matchsticks. Who knows? Oh, Miss will know what this is, because this is a French term, actually. The first thing we do with this is just dice this, and this goes under the... Who knows what this... You might not know what this one is, but you'll know what the next one is, Miss. Who knows what that's called, Miss? Any idea? Called mirepoix. I don't know what it actually means, literal translation, but it's like rough cut vegetables. So now we've got like a square type rectangle carrot. Now we need to cut it nice and thin as we can. And it's me, I'm looking through a window at the moment, so it's a lot harder than it normally is. So cut it nice and thin. This is going to be hard. Then we're going to cut them into matchsticks. I reckon Miss might know what this one's called. Any idea, Miss?
Juliette.
Say again, Miss? Julienne.
Yeah.
Yeah, Julienne, well done, Miss. Yeah, so that's called, my translation of it, and Miss might know the real translation. It's called thin, they're like matchsticks things, they're fine strips. I don't know what the literal translation is, I think that's what it is. So, because Miss is French, so in here, this goes under the one that says Julienne. So we find that with Julienne, make some more of them. And you're going to get, however long it takes me, you're getting 3 times as long. So in here, that's the julienne. Then we're going to do the brunoise. So we can do this again, like make it square.
So it's just a carrot, isn't it?
It is a carrot, but it's got this little thing. So this one we're going to do thin again. I missed enough, I'll have to get some demist on here or something. Then we cut the strips again, we cut the julienne again. This one has got a julienne, I knew Miss might know that, because out of all the vegetable cuts, it's well known actually, julienne. Anyone know when it's diced, Miss? Anyone know what it's called when I dice this really, really tiny, Miss?
When
Yeah, I'm going to dice it now. I'm going to dice the julienne up. So this is the smallest dice they do in the vegetable cutting. Because they have all fresh remains of these. And we're going to cut them this way. I can hardly see. That's a good idea. I've got another shield in a minute. Maybe I would have been better with a mask on so I could see. So next time I do this, I think I'll put the mask on, but then I can't talk so well. This is the brunoise. That goes under this one. Then we're going to do dice, neat dice. So this will be soup because no one's going to see it. But if you're doing like Russian salad or something, you can make it like 1 centimetre dice. So this is going to be roughly 1 centimetre dice. That goes under the one that says Macedon, and then we've got, let me see what we've got here, heart-shaped chives. Oh, I can't do the chives, I have to go and pick some chives for you. Then we're going to do the onion, cut the onion in half, 90% of the way through. So as you can see, it hasn't fallen apart, 90% of the way through. And this goes under where it says onion on your sheet. And that's about it. So, a heart shape. So I'm going to do a heart shape, last one. We get a round bit, 2 round bits. We put a little, like the top of the heart on there. That comes out, and then we try and make it pointed. Yeah. And we just go around making it look like a little bit round. Yeah. And then we're done. How long, Connor?
5 minutes and 7 seconds.
So 5 minutes and 7 seconds. So I will go and get you the chives as well. So I'll show you how to do that. So fine. So you're going to have 3 times as long. So I'm going to give you 18 minutes to do that. So can you set it for 18 minutes, Connor?